Welcome into Real Talk Wrestling. That's right. I got the show right tonight. With me is my buddy, my main man, El Ginger. Oh, is that your real name, Chris? Your name is Chris Koffler. All right, I'm not falling for this. All right, you can't fool me. What's going on, guys? And Clutch, Miami Clutch, PE. With the honestly, that picture breaks my heart. That he has is I don't know if you saw the speech yet, but we'll get to that. What's going on, guys?
Oh, not much, man. Just getting settled back in from vacation.
Must be nice. Tariffs didn't kill you. The economy's okay on Chris's world, right? You're all good. You can just go on vacation, eating eggs every day. You're good. You're good to go.
that was my discount vacation. It was short. It was 4 days.
Yeah, I got you. What's going on, Clutch?
Oh, good, man. Just catching up. Just finished catching up on because I didn't finish SmackDown, which was weird for me. So I finished SmackDown like yesterday, like earlier today, actually.
Okay. So what happened, Clutch? Probably, most likely, you got caught up in the Young Bucks and Dynasty and John
I got
Moxley.
caught up with that, you know.
Yeah, Kenny Omega. Huge things going on in AEW right now. DSG is so happy. He was asking for you last week, Chris. He's like, "Where is El Ginger Americano?" He was asking for you, so he's glad you're back. But yeah, big news this week. We had some Kevin Owens news, which sucked, really bad stuff. But we had the ending segment of Raw was great. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Paul Heyman. That's kind of where I'm going to lead off. Clutch, I'm going to start with you because you saw it. Chris, I know you didn't, and you will watch it.
I will.
Was this segment better to you than CM Punk revealing his favor? Or did you prefer that segment? Because that segment was very well done as well.
I think they're neck and neck to me because I like the revealing the favor. I felt that it was going in that direction anyways. And Roman really knows how to sell. And in the SmackDown segment, at least, he's like, yeah, even if I let him, he won't because he loves me. And then Paul's like, actually. And then, yeah. And then you see Roman, like, his face turning. He's about to, like, beat up Paul Heyman. And did you see that cell on the GTS?
Yes, I did.
It looked like Roman died.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He looked like a Family Guy character.
So, Chris, I'm assuming, you know what? Then we'll start with that because that is a timeline because we haven't spoke since that favor reveal. Chris, I'm assuming, did you get a chance to watch the SmackDown main event or the ending of the show where they revealed what the favor was? And are you satisfied with this favor?
That's the favor, if I caught it correctly, that he is not going to be in Roman's corner. He's going to be in Punk's corner.
Yes.
I mean, that's all right. We were all talking about other stuff, like something bigger. Like on the show, we kept talking about like a title opportunity or something. So, are we getting? Is this triple threat going to be Paul Heyman on a pole match?
It seems that way. I don't mind. So at first, and I said this on No Holds Barred with Bobby, is that I hated the favor. I thought the favor was weak. I thought it sucked. Yeah. Like I was really upset. But then I started to think about it, and I started to realize that, okay, everything Cody said about Roman and everything that he said, that he'll be a chief with no tribe, no one left standing next to him, it's finally coming true. Because Paul Heyman did not decline the favor. He's going to fulfill the favor. So now Roman is all alone, just like Cody predicted. And honestly, that cut him up. That cut Roman up. And CM Punk knows it. So I liked it in the end. It took some reflection. It took some thinking to actually appreciate it. Because you're right, Chris. It's like, oh, this guy won. But no, he's a baby face. He just wants his friend, his loyalty, right, with him. He doesn't want his whole thing is he's not using Paul Heyman for something for his own selfish gain. He wants to bring Paul on this journey, and that's his favor. So, Clutch, how'd you feel about the favor?
I like it because it kind of did take some reflecting because I was like, when it happened, I was like, okay, this was predictable. I hate using the word, but it was. You see it coming, it happens. But then you reflect on it, and it's true. Like Paul Heyman, like personally, like outside of like just wrestling storyline, Paul Heyman and Punk go way back. And I assume like the conversation they had during the segment was borderline real, if not real completely.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I'm going to walk you down and in the main event of WrestleMania. And they found a storyline way, I guess, to make it happen. And once you get like that into your mind, you're like, okay, that's pretty cool actually.
DSG's hating real quick. He said the match is going to be a cluster F. That's
Some
not
of the best
fair.
matches are clusterfucks. Sorry,
I
Bobby.
do think this is going to be a great match. I think it's going to be awesome. There's going to be a lot of story in it, which leads to Monday night where Seth Rollins adds to the story. Now, I said this last week, and Alex Brown was watching, and he said this on No Holds Barred 2 weeks ago. What if Paul Heyman goes with Seth? At the time, it was silly. But after last night, and even after Friday night, it was starting to make more sense, especially how Seth walked away from the segment stating, now you owe me a favor, Paul. I'm going to ask, Clus watched it. So do you think that was spoon feeding us? Like, this is going to happen. Paul's going to be a heel manager with Seth, and he's going to turn his back on both CM Punk and Roman? Or do you think management or Paul Levesque, Triple H was like, man, they're on to us. Let's make them think we're going to do it and just pull a whoopsie-doo on us. Like, now it's super unpredictable.
Yeah, I think that's where they're going there. It's not like they're saying, oh, you're going to think that this is happening and that's what's going to happen. It's more like they put all the options out on the table now and have Paul Heyman involved in 3 separate circles in the match. And that makes it more interesting. Like you said, it makes it more unpredictable. You can have end of the day Heyman walking out with Seth, with Roman, with Punk. You can do that. I don't know if you remember from the Roman versus Brock matches, the chair spot where Heyman just slides it in the middle. Something cool like that. I would love to see something like that again.
Yeah. So Chris, and everyone watching, if you didn't watch it, didn't see it, Paul came out to tell everyone that he's not going to break loyalty with CM Punk or Roman Reigns. Blah, 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 right? He's loyal to both of them. That's why he's not hiding anything. He told Roman, whatever. Seth came out, pretty much told him, hey, man, where was Roman at when he lost to Cody Rhodes? He left you a solo and these animals. They beat your ass. Roman didn't come back to save you. Nobody did. Nobody came back to save you. And then he brought up CM Punk. He's not your friend. Remember, he's not here to make friends. He's here to make money. He's only using you, yada, yada, yada. So he didn't want to help you in War Games. He just used you for a favor, yada, yada, yada. So Seth was trying to turn Paul Heyman kind of on those guys, but also saying like, hey, also, if you want a way out, I can just stomp your head into the ground right now. Now you won't be useful at WrestleMania. You'll be out of the story. So then he starts pushing Paul. He's like, what are you worth? Because pretty much he brought up that CM Punk's all about the money. So I think he just shoves him at first. Are you worth this much? Right? Paul gets shoved. No, okay. He's looking for Punk or someone to come out. Slaps Paul Heyman. Are you worth this much? Looking for Punk to come out. Nothing. Nobody. So Paul Heyman gets some balls and screams, don't you ever effing touch me again, right? Like that Paul Heyman voice.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's when Seth's like, thank you so much. Like you can just tell he wanted that to happen so he could snap on him. Pushes him into the turnbuckle. CM Punk comes out. They all brawl. It ends up with Seth Rollins going over. Seth Rollins getting the upper hand. Paul Heyman leaning over to check on Punk. Seth's ready to stomp his head in. Boom. But he doesn't do it on purpose. Pretty much warns Paul and now tells Paul, like, pretty much, I could have killed you, but I didn't. So you owe me a favor now. And that's how the show ends. It was pretty good.
Because I didn't kill you, you owe me a favor now.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah.
I could easily see Paul Heyman, because he's not a good babyface manager, easily going with Seth. Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
The only thing that's weird about that, I always liked him with Roman, or back when he was with Brock, because those guys weren't really good on the mic. But to have him with Seth, it just seems weird, because I think Seth does fine on the microphone, and that's usually why you have a manager with somebody, is so that they can do the talking. So it'll be interesting to see if that's the direction that they go. But it's good to see that since this isn't going to be for a number one contender, that they're finding some other way to, build some interest towards this match.
Clutch, would you be happy with a Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman team, I guess you would say?
It wouldn't be my first choice, because my first choice would be just going down the road of just a one-on-one match with Punk and Roman. But I wouldn't be disappointed at seeing like a Seth and Paul partnership, because it'd be cool. I mean, Chris kind of mentioned that, like, yeah, Seth can talk, and that's kind of like weird because Paul's usually with Roman, with Brock, but Paul was also with Punk, and Punk was arguably the best talker ever, and he was with him, and it was a really good partnership that they had together back in, I forget the exact year, 2012, 2011. So
Yeah, 2011. Yep.
Yeah, so I think it can work, and I think it could make for good TV, and it could make Seth a little bit more interesting, because he's just there sometimes, and all you have is a song, and then you just kind of get over it after a while. So it would make him a little bit more interesting. So I'd be for it.
So I started thinking about it Friday night, actually. I didn't think CM Punk or Roman, none of these guys were going to win this match. I think Seth's going over. As of today, April 10th, I think Seth's going to win this match. I think eventually, I think it's the obvious. I think CM Punk is going to get pinned, going to get betrayed by Paul Heyman. And I think Seth Rollins is going to walk away with Paul Heyman. That's the way, to me, it has to end. Roman's not going to get pinned. That's fine. And Seth finally gets over, like really over on CM Punk, because he never has. Seth hasn't had the opportunity to really win a match or get over on him. Seth's always even his win again in the cage, Roman beat his ass. It wasn't like he won by miles. I mean, he could have if Roman didn't beat his ass. So I do think that happens. It just makes sense. Paul Heyman's been a good guy for a while. It doesn't work. Some people just aren't Charlotte Flair, right? We're finding out with Jade Cargill. It's just not working, at least for me.
No.
These kind of characters, like Rey Mysterio, wouldn't be a good heel, right? It just wouldn't work. He's He's a 5'2" underdog. You need those guys to be baby faces. Paul Heyman is an unlikable New Yorker that needs to be booed. That's just the way it is. So him remaining babyface with CM Punk or Roman makes zero sense. But hey, I'm here for it. It's actually 2 weeks ago, if you asked me, I said this match sucks. This is a AEW Tony Khan thrown together because you have nothing else for him to do match. But now I'm very interested in this match. So good on them. It was awesome. Any last thoughts on this feud before we move on to the next?
Nope.
No. All right. Well, there is another feud that's happening on Raw. Same, I guess, for a world championship. Not hated, but Jey Uso and Gunther. We saw a no yeet. No yeet. Yeah, he was telling the fans, no yeet. He should have said that on the mic. No,
and they
yeet,
would not
guys.
listen.
They would not. Dude, I'm sitting there watching. You know what? I felt bad for him because he was trying to deliver something he doesn't do, which is a serious promo with passion. I mean, he always has passion, but you know what I mean? Like, this is serious, right?
Yeah.
And the fans they fucking respect the guy, dude. Sorry, Bobby, but when he gives you the sign to no yeet, just don't do it, bro. This is a serious segment. It could have been so good, so much better. I like the segment. What do you guys think off the top, Clutch? What do you think?
I thought it was good. I think the fans did kind of take away from it. Jay intentionally came out with a blank T-shirt. He didn't have any yeet in him. Basically, he was telling the crowd no, with hand signals, and all you hear is Jay would go with, "Yeah, my brother's in the hospital. Yeet. My mom's telling me, why didn't you protect them? Yeet." So I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah, it was.
But the way Jay was talking, I did like the promo, because if you focus in on Gunther, he was basically shook by what Jay was saying to him. He's not scared of him anymore.
Yes. Gunther came out there so cocky, so I'm the shit, and he kind of left holy shit. Sorry, Bobby. Chris, how'd you like it, man? Did you like the yeet in between? Were you yeeting at house? Even Pat
No.
McAfee was yeet. Michael Cole even called Pat out. You can tell,
Yeah.
by the way, because Pat McAfee was doing this, and you can tell, like, he stopped because Paul was probably, stop eating, motherfucker. It's a serious segment. But even
moving
Pat was
around.
doing it. But anyway, how'd you feel about the segment?
No, I thought it was good. It's in terms of, you know, like Jay's story, Jay's character arc, the fact that he was all happy-go-lucky, getting into the crowd, all the
Mhm.
charisma, it's a party, you know, and then like now he's, you know, I guess with the recent events was kind of a little bit of a wake-up call, and now he's realizing, oh man, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought, and that's why he got scared, and he's kind of having to go through the motions of realizing, like, okay, I got to take this serious. Seemed like an impossible task. Now he's feeling like he can probably step up to it, and Gunther isn't as big and bad and scary as he was thinking as recently as a couple weeks ago. So as far as the progression of the story and the progression of his character, it was it was good to have something different rather than him just doing the same party yeet thing every week.
I do
So-
believe we're going to get color at WrestleMania, and I think Gunther's going to bleed in this match. I think Jay's going to bust him open, and I think it's called for. No other match in this card, like, you know, Saturday or Sunday, needs blood. I think this one does, just because we saw Jimmy get it right.
Mhm.
I do think Jey Uso splits him open because it's alarming. We don't see that. Like, if you watch Dynasty, everyone bled, right? Just go watch AEW. It's everyone.
Keeping track of the people that don't is probably easier.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Way easier. Even the women over there all bloodied up. Anyway, but we got this match is going to be awesome. I just, again, only concerns, stuck in the middle of a card. I hope it's not forgettable. I really do. I hope it's a great match. I hope Jey Uso shuts everybody up, including me, because I don't think he's ready, but we'll see. What the hell is going on with Braun Breaker flying, taking out Carlito?
Carlito died.
Dude, Chris, I hope you watch that. First off, so I don't watch Raw YouTube anymore like I used to because it's on Netflix. It's easy for me to watch. I watch everything now on Netflix. This is great. So I would have totally missed that spear because I'm not on social media much, and I would have missed that. So I'm glad I watched it like that. Holy shit. Dude, this guy's going to hurt himself. Like, that was incredible. Like, I don't know how he did it or why he did it, or do you think we'll hear stories down the line like, yeah, that guy works stiff, like how we hear with Goldberg, like, because we hear it like, God, that guy didn't care about us, he just beat us, like he just speared us for real. Braun, that was a fucking. I'm not gonna talk anymore. I'll just keep on cussing. Clutch, what the hell are your thoughts?
There's no way, and this happens with Braun, and it happens with me also with Jacob Fatu. There's no way that somebody that bulky and that fast can just throw their body at somebody in the nastiest way possible, because you've seen it week after week. Braun has done things when you're like, holy crap, it cannot get better than this, and it somehow does, because he keeps doing stuff like killing Carlito.
So I saw in the chat earlier, Braun with Paul is where the money is. Listen, I love Braun. I think Braun's gonna be a superstar. He ain't doing this stuff to Randy Orton or Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns. Like, let's get that straight. So it's good that we're seeing it now, and it's fun. Like, so when Carlito came out, you heard Braun visibly say, "Oh, you want this?" And Braun just books it, and I'm like, "What's he gonna do?" Right? So I thought he was gonna like pick him up, and I don't know, just whatever. I didn't expect him to fly, pretty much take Carlito's head off or his chest off, and just do a freaking flip and get up like it was nothing. I think it's great. So enjoy it while we can, because when he's in the main event, like I said, you really think Cody Rhodes is going to take? Maybe Cody might, but you think Randy Orton's going to take that? I think Roman's going to take that. I just think his working has to change as he goes up the card. Am I crazy by saying that? Oh
No, not entirely, but I don't know. We'll see where his character develops. Maybe he develops into big enough character where they do start letting him take out those kind of people. I don't see it right now, where he's at now.
no,
But
I'm excited for it
in a
though.
couple years.
I love it. I love everything he's doing. He's a perfect mid card, get you excited kind of guy, and he brings it. So I love Braun Breaker.
And
Yeah,
just,
to take.
I like the match that they got set up for WrestleMania. That fatal 4-way, I kind of I like the Judgment Day dynamic. I'm not the biggest Judgment Day guy, but the dynamic they have going on here is pretty good. Penta has been killing it ever since he's gotten into WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see a world where that match is going to be really, really good. I'm not going to give up predictions now because I'm guessing that's for a later show.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
I will say this. I think I know who you're leaning, who's walking away with this title, because I think you think it's going to change like I do. And I think we're thinking the same person's going to win the title, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. That's all I can say. I won't reveal mine either. But I don't think Braun's walking out. I guess that's a
fair
prediction.
enough. Yep.
But man, I'm predicting a lot of title changes though. I really am. Thinking Jay's gonna win. Like I'll give that away. That's everyone. Everyone knows
It's
that.
hard. It's hard not to predict a lot of that though, because a lot of these stories are leading up to WrestleMania. That's kind of like the end of the story for a lot of storylines.
No.
So yeah, every year it feels like a lot of them are going to change hands. You could make an argument for just about all of them changing hands every year.
Yeah, but it always doesn't work out that way, right? When Roman versus Cody won, everyone thought, everyone 99.99% of people thought.
Yeah,
There's one person here that's part of the 0.001%. It's me, by the way. All right, let's get to Kevin Owens because that's a big news. So I believe Thursday. Don't judge me when I say this because I'm being transparent. I love you guys, so I'll tell you everything what I do. I was playing Lego Fortnite, and I was listening to the Wrestling Observer radio. That's right, Brian Alvarez. I was listening to those guys. Don't judge. He mentioned that Kevin Owens was hurt bad, and he may miss WrestleMania. That was Thursday night. So I tuned in Friday, and I saw, obviously, Kevin Owens. I wouldn't say promo, his announcement, because that's what it was. He was himself. And I didn't think it was real until I saw it. Even when he was giving it, I'm like, okay, what's the catch? Kevin's smart. He probably heard the news about himself, and they're probably doing a storyline. But as he kept talking, and as Nick Aldis was there, and he's like, I was going to be in a wrestling match with Randy Orton. Okay, it's real. This sucks. So, first off, Clutch, when did you hear the news? Obviously, it's your picture. So, go ahead, talk about it.
I heard it the day of, and because I remember hearing the day before, I saw a report or something that one WrestleMania match is in jeopardy. They're not disclosing who it is yet, whatever. And then the following day, I was like, oh, it's Kevin Owens. And I was like, shit. Sorry, Bobby. Because, like, I was really looking forward to the match. They were building up the punt and then the pile driver and all that, and it was going to be a great match. And now kind of deflates it a little bit. You don't know what's going to happen with Randy. I'm figuring we're going to talk about this in a minute. But for KO, it just sucks because he's gotten these great WrestleMania moments, and you just want him to kind of keep having them. And because he's worked really good recently, especially in this feud with Cody, and he's been doing these things with a really bad neck apparently since dating back to a ladder match in the Rumble, and then I don't, what did they call it? Lights out, no holds barred, whatever match with Sammy.
Yeah, lights out match.
Yeah, and
Unsanctioned.
he's been working through like a neck injury doing these crazy matches, and you just got to respect him for it. And it sucks that he's not going to get to WrestleMania.
So I didn't know how far it dated back, but all I could think about was that Cody match where he was on the ladder.
Oh, the Alabama Sam?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm like. Did he heard it there?
They
like,
said it was before that.
Okay, so I didn't know any of that. But that's immediately what I thought of, because when I saw that spot live in person, like not live in person, but live watching it, like holy, he just died. So then when he announced all this stuff and we hear the injury, I'm like, gosh, man, I wish he didn't take that spot because that ruined a lot of things. But I guess it was before that. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate for him. I'm glad he re-signed with them because we all thought, or at least some of us thought, he was going to go to AEW, because for a while we thought that. And I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he stayed with the WWE, and they have great doctors, and I'll take care of him there. So hopefully he comes back. You know, we're hearing stuff about Big E, and Edge came back, and there's a lot of people that can come back from this. I just hate to see him gone for so long because he's such a great character. such a great talker, such a great just wrestler, I guess. You're a big Kevin Owens fan, Chris.
Yep. Yeah, it was sad to see. It was weird kind of the way I found out is I didn't hear a story or hear, something was I actually saw a post. Who was it that was talking? I think it was a former WWE person saying basically saying I hope the WWE doesn't screw you over or something, like they won't sign you or won't help you out. Did you see that? Do you remember who
No,
that is?
I didn't see that.
Clutch, did you see that by chance? I was trying to remember who it is.
No.
Is it a bitter old wrestler that hates WWE now?
Probably. I can't remember if it's somebody that's in AEW or somebody like a Matt Cordona or somebody. It wasn't him though, but someone that's still in the wrestling but not there.
Okay.
And that's they were talking about it. I'm like, what's going on with Kevin Owens right now? Where they're talking about screwing him over? Like, what is it? So I looked it up, and then that's when I had heard about it. So yeah, that's mega disappointing to
Carl
see.
Anderson.
Yeah, there you go, Carl Anderson.
He's been very talkative lately. I've seen some other quotes about him.
Well, didn't they cut him when he was literally injured?
Yeah.
And that's probably why he said that then.
They released him while he was like injured and getting I don't know how the situation. I don't want to
He
speak for him.
He also dropped another quote about like that he was backstage when The Rock came back or something, and everybody was going to like go hug him and take pictures with him, and he was like, "That was the moment I knew I needed to get out of there." Like, shut up.
So, but that's how I found out was Carl Anderson's tweet. What was going on there? But yeah, mega disappointed because Kevin is one of my favorites, right alongside Sami Zayn, and the two of them being buddies makes it all the better. Watching them at least. So yeah, it's going to be disappointing. I do try to hold out hope, like you just mentioned, all those other wrestlers with neck injuries that we were told we would never see wrestle again, that eventually make it back. So I'm hoping that he does too. Probably won't be any time in the immediate future, but hopefully somewhere down the road. He's still got some fight left in him, where we haven't seen his last match.
Could you see him being like an on-air talent, whether it be like on commentary once in a while or pre-shows like they did Big E or one? I think they have to keep, because he's so entertaining and he loves the business. I see spots for him.
Oh
where
yeah,
he
for
can
sure.
contribute, but I don't know, if they would do that.
He's too good of a talker. It could work.
Yeah, make him a manager. He can be Sammy's manager. They could reunite. I'm just kidding, not there, but somewhere.
I would love to see him on commentary. Like, just to me, this is unpopular. Maybe you guys, what's going on, Justin? Maybe you guys agree with me. I've had enough of this Pat McAfee experiment. I'm done with it. I'm done with it, especially on I don't care about it. Do your ESPN and your football show. Do all that stuff. That's fine. I have no problem with it. I'll listen to them, whatever. But wrestling wise, man, like I just realized as I was watching them on Raw doing the yeet thing when it's supposed to be serious, like he's such a mark, bro. Like, so I'm not even kidding. Like, I don't mean it that way. I mean, just like I don't know. I would much rather have Corey Graves. That's just me. I'd much rather have Corey Graves at this point. So maybe I'm just getting over the pat. It's not working for me. Special events will be nice, right? Once in a while. But weekly, man, it's get too. Am I going crazy? Tell me, put me in line. Tell me I'm an idiot. See, Clutch agrees. He didn't want to say it. He doesn't want to say it. He agrees.
Josh, you're an idiot.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. So what's next? we have now an open match. We have no opponent for Randy Orton, and they're not going to keep Randy Orton out for WrestleMania. Who fits? I don't even know. I couldn't even give you someone because I wouldn't know. Clutch, are you in the know?
I don't know. I haven't heard any rumors, but I mean there's two that come to mind immediately for me, which one being if you want to like get a quick fix, Nick Aldis is right there. He just RKO'd him. He RKO'd him twice. Mm-hmm. He can still wrestle. If you want to give him a moment at WrestleMania, won't be as big as obviously as Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, but hey. But if you're going for a bigger moment, I mean, you do have Aleister Black coming back, and that would make for a WrestleMania moment, whether it's like the smoothest fit for a match or not.
I think, and this is just me talking. What's going on, Bobby? The boss is here, guys. No more dropping F-bombs, Josh.
You better clean it up now.
If you bring someone back like a Cody Rhodes did with Seth Rollins, it's almost, you can't Tony Khan book it as in, oh, look, this Leo Rush is coming out, but he loses in the same match he debuts. Ricochet lost his debut match. A lot of people lose their debut match in AEW. People aren't supposed to lose their debut match. Imagine Penta coming out first night of Netflix and he loses, right? Oh, you let her loser. I don't see Aleister Black coming back and pinning Randy Orton.
If they want to bring him back and establish him as a big time wrestler, they could go that way, I think.
Oh, I agree with you. If they have plans for him to be a big time wrestler, like that's the difference, right? If they have plans for him to shoot to the main event right away, then yes, you can pin Randy Orton. But if you plan on him being the leader of the Judgment Day or some, you know what I mean, like some almost there, like you're almost at like where Damian Priest was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
There's no way you let this guy pin Randy Orton. So Randy Orton RKO's Aleister Black or Malachi Black or whatever you want to call him. 1, 2, 3. Guy's dead on arrival next week on Raw or wherever he goes. It has to be the only solution I could think of, and maybe I'm crazy, Sami Zayn.
I thought of him too.
Like that's the only thing that would make us as fans care. Sami can come out. Look, man, as much as I hate this, our feud, still my best friend. I'd be honored to take a spot and, whatever. It could be a feel-good match for Kevin Owens. It doesn't have to be like some rival. It could be a feel-good match for the fans. This is for Kevin. We're going to do this. I don't know. Just throwing things out there. I feel like Sami could take a loss and it's fine. Right? If you kill...
Or Sami.
Well, he always takes losses. Matt Cardona. Yeah.
Sami.
That's what people are throwing out. Matt Cardona. Hey, that's a good question. If you're in the chat right now, throw in the chat. Who do you want to see Randy Orton wrestle? If you're watching this after the fact, who is it going to be? Maybe they should have said Rey Fenix. It could have been Rey Fenix. We could have seen an ultimate RKO from Rey Fenix. That would have been awesome. Did you see the debut match, Chris, of Rey Fenix?
No, I didn't.
Oh, my goodness.
How was it? Who did he go up against?
It was good stuff. They brought in Nathan Frazier from NXT, who's like perfect for it. Kind of like how they had Penta go against Chad Gable, who's obviously going to give you a great match. It was kind of the same thing with Nathan Frazier, and yeah, he showed out. I mean, they're already selling it. They already sold merchandise before he even debuted, which again, capitalizing on famous luchadors. What a shock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Tony never did it, but here we go.
I wish I can go on a rant right now about Tony Khan and his booking with the Young Bucks and all that, but I'm not going to. Tony's just an idiot. Listen, Rey Fenix's debut wasn't perfect. It was not Penta. Wasn't. But it was good. It was really good. It was nice to see the emotion from Rey Fenix. It was nice to see him. It's funny because we used to go, oh, they're going to WWE, so it's going to be what they can do light. Like when Bryan Danielson went to AEW. It felt like he leveled up. Like he unlocked all of his moves. Like, holy crap, he can do this. Holy crap, he can do that. He did whatever he wanted. Rey Fenix went to WWE, and he's the same wrestler, but I feel like he's more polished, more produced. So that's good. There was a lot of botches in the match, but they were trying to show off. It was Nathan Frazier's SmackDown debut as well. So they're both making their debuts on the show. They're both trying to make a name for themselves. They're both trying to one-up each other. But Rey Fenix went over, of course, because he's a new star, and he looked like a freaking new star. So I loved it. I would start watching SmackDown strictly for Rey Fenix. That's about it for Rey Fenix. I'm down for Randy Orton versus Nick Aldis getting the feel good match. We'll see. Or getting see, the thing with Nick Aldis is you never establish him as a wrestler. So by definition, even though we know we can because of we know we can because he's a wrestler, but the WWE universe doesn't know that.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't even stand a chance with Randy Orton because he's never proven that he could. So it'd be kind of odd if he just takes his shirt off and we never seen him wrestle in a WWE ring and he goes up 15 minutes with Randy Orton. That'd be kind of odd. That's why I'm against the Aldis thing. That's all.
Logically, you would need more than just 2 weeks to introduce him back as a wrestler.
Listen,
Right.
if Nicholas did it at WrestleMania, Nick can do it as well.
Nicholas.
Come on, that was Nicholas's debut match at WrestleMania.
Do you know who we were talking about?
Yes.
with Braun Strowman, right?
Yeah, Braun Strowman.
And what?
It's WrestleMania. Anything can happen.
If I went, whatever. If I was someone who just got into wrestling and I went back to the archives and I saw that, I'd be like, who booked this non? I would look for like months down the road. What's Nicholas doing now? Turns out never showed up again. Like maybe he has. I don't know.
No,
that was the weirdest.
He had homework to do, so he couldn't come defend his title.
Weirdest thing. Anyway, man, I feel lost. I feel lost like Charlotte Flair right now. Like I don't know what I'm doing. What do you guys want me to say? What a freaking disaster that was, huh? Yes. I hope Bobby's still watching. I hope you are. Because he told me when she came back, we were going to change our minds on Charlotte. She was going to be this and that and the best. Dude, she has been nothing but a complete train wreck, disaster, going into the business for herself, terrible person since she's unwatchable, Clutch. She's unwatchable, Chris. It's crazy, right? Clutch, go ahead.
It's bad. I saw that segment and I was like, it is bad. But it was like that kind of bad where it's like a car crash you can't look away from, because it was just so nasty at the end, because they went into business for themselves and then they got into the personal lives with the divorces, and then Ludwig Kaiser getting astray for no reason. He's probably like backstage eating catering and just hear his name like, what the hell?
What did I do?
He's probably like, did I DM her? Like, I don't know. No, honestly, like that was such a weird. Like, she's dating him, right? Tiffany is or was. I don't know. I know they had a relationship before. Don't really know.
I just learned that.
They have, or they were. One of the two. But like, it's so. If I'm management in a real job, and someone kept on causing problems with everything, like Charlotte does, why does she keep on getting pushed to the top? What happened to wrestlers' court or someone getting in trouble and getting heat backstage? Dude, she's done this with Becky. She's done this with Ronda. Now she's doing it with Tiffy. She's the common denominator. She's a problem. She wants to make everyone else look bad. And it's a problem. And I don't know why she keeps on getting pushed. I don't get it. I truly don't get it. Nobody wants to see her. It's bad. Go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, if she was doing all this, like CM Punk, right? We've seen CM Punk go off script in AEW. He knows he can talk. He knows how to work his way around things, right? She doesn't know how to do anything. When the fans were booing her out of the arena, she's, what do you guys want me to say? Like, she didn't know how to keep her composure. She doesn't even know how to cut a good promo. She was protected by the previous administration. Like I said this before, Mercedes Moné got a lot of heat because she wasn't as good as she was in WWE. And we kept saying she was a product of the system. Charlotte is a product of the system. We're seeing how she is without Vince. She's beyond bad. Charlotte's not good at her job. And I could think of many, many women, Liv Morgan being one of them, I would love to see in this program with Tiffy instead of Charlotte. Like, could you imagine that Liv with Tiffy? That'd be fun. Because it'd be a real heel versus a real babyface. Now we have two. Because Tiffy sucks too. She sucks too. Go ahead, Chris.
So I was going to say, watching that promo back and forth from the Charlotte perspective, she looked very rattled, very lost. It reminded me of trying to watch an Eve Marie match from years ago, but on the microphone. That's what it felt like. Like, she just looked so bad, so off script, so like not on her feet, ready to roll with the punches there. Tiffy definitely caught her. And yeah, it's bad. And I think that's just the general consensus now. Listen, I know you've never really liked Charlotte. I don't think, as long as we've done the show, I don't think I can really remember much of you liking Charlotte. I was okay with her for a while. I thought she was pretty decent in the ring. But I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, if she's on, I really don't care anymore now. Like, I'm good. We've had enough. So I don't know. Hopefully, maybe they got a little too invested in this because it is WrestleMania, and I'm hoping I'm going to trust Triple H to, once WrestleMania is over, look back at this and say, okay, we need to go in a different direction here. We need to do something a little different here. We just can't be the focal point of the division anymore like she used to be, because it's just not going over well with the fans anymore. There's too many other people they like. They like Rhea Ripley. They like Bianca. They like Io Sky. They like Tiffy. They like Liv Morgan. So I'll trust Triple H that he'll look back on this and he'll fix it going forward.
That's the thing, Clutch. You watch Tuesday night. You see the women there. They're all better than Charlotte. Majority of them. That's including Jada Parker, Julia. It's including Vakir. Who's a woman that came from over from Jordan Grace?
Jordan Grace.
So many Sol Ruka, I believe I saw. Who's the girl from Hawaii? What's her name? Sol something? I don't know where she's from. She's like the blonde. Chick? Yeah, who's that?
Yeah, Sol Ruka.
She's awesome. I watched her matches. She's great. There's so many women that can.
Roxanne.
Cora Jade, right? I play with her in a video game. I heard she's good. But hold on. You just brought up a good point. Roxanne Perez. She crushed it in the Royal Rumble. She made such a big name for herself. Where has she been? Where did she go? What happened? Feature these women because they're better than what we have now. At least people are blaming this on Tiffy because she's the rookie. No, she's doing a great job with what she has handed to her. She's doing a decent job. Charlotte's a professional. When she starts going off script, like, she's the veteran. She's the taker in the situation. She's the one who's supposed to be carrying the program, carrying it, telling Tiffy what she should be doing and not should be doing, not making fun of her with her squeaky voice saying Kaiser's in my DMs. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, be a professional. You're doing the same thing that Adam Hangman Page was doing over in AEW with Punk. Punk was the professional over there, right? Now looking back at it without our emotions involved. So Charlotte just needs to be better. I don't go to my job as the veteran, as the one that's the most tenure, and go and do all the shitty things I shouldn't do. That's what Charlotte's doing right now, and it's just an embarrassment on her, honestly. So that's all I have to say about it. I won't get too much into it.
I completely forgot about the squeaky voice part of that promo. That was awful.
Yeah. She's just not professional. That's all it is. Call it what it is, man.
You said it. You could genuinely take out Charlotte Flair and insert any NXT woman into the match, and it would be a banger match.
Yeah. I mean,
instead we have Charlotte Flair.
It's still going to be a good match. Like Chris said it himself. She's pretty good in the ring. No, she's really good in the ring. I can appreciate what she does in the ring. She's fine. Mm-hmm. She does a lot of good things. Like, her wrestling abilities are there. She's a pure athlete. She's got it. But just the way she handles herself, I guess, is something I don't like. And I never have, and I never will. Never will.
Yep.
Man, that's a lot of talking. Someone said, do you think they would bring back Brock Lesnar to go against Orton?
No. Ew.
No.
I'll be honest. I know people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. And you guys didn't disagree with me. I can never see Brock again on TV, and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
It wouldn't like I know people will go nuts with the people would pop.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I'd go, this is interesting, but I don't think he wouldn't be the top. I want Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton. That's all.
That's probably the best available match this close to WrestleMania.
Yeah, Justin Toner says that's what's annoying. Charlotte is a great wrestler. It's how she conducts herself outside of the ring. That's the problem. The whole segment was a dumpster fire. Yes, that's it, man. It's just how you conduct yourself in and out of the ring. If that was anyone else, if her last name wasn't Flair, she'd already be gone. Yeah. They got rid of Nia. They get rid of people all the time for reasons like this. And just because of her last name, she's still there. That's all.
Yep.
And she gets all the spots.
That's why she's the Nepo queen, as she says.
So bad, bro. That is so bad. She should be getting the same treatment Hulk Hogan gets, man. Boo the hell out of her out of the business. Anyway, is there anything else we want to talk about tonight before we do wrap it up? Because I have other things I could talk about. Talk about MJF.
Are we gonna? I was about to say, are we gonna get our AEW minute where you try and convince us
Do you want that? Clutch, you want that?
I want it every week until you convince
Go
Clutch to
for it.
watch a full episode of Dynamite.
Okay,
Willingly.
I got you. MJF went from world champion, longest reigning champion in AEW history, to please let me join your faction, Bobby Lashley. I'm a nerd. I'm a mark. I'm a loser. I don't know what they're doing with that, but pretty interesting segment as they kicked MJF officially out of the. Well, he never was there, but they told him to F off on Dynamite last night. That was pretty interesting. I kind of want to see where that's going. The Young Bucks and Okada killed Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega came back. Kenny Omega forgot about it. The Young Bucks since ran from the Death Riders because they're scared of them. Then they came back on the pay-per-view and helped the Death Riders beat Swerve. Then they said they did it for Hangman Page. And then Hangman Page beat up Moxley during that match and then told Prince Nana, I didn't help Swerve, although he did help Swerve. And Kenny says the Young Bucks are dog poop. That's it.
That sounds like a car crash of a main event there.
That's literally it. So that's what we get.
I thought you were supposed to sell me on this.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's great.
Oh,
What?
okay.
It sounds so Clutch, are you gonna watch Dynamite this week? Did Josh sell you yet?
No, he didn't.
Oh.
No. You'll have to try again next week, Josh.
One last thing. This might be the final sell of the night. Don't worry. I got
Okay.
you. Here it is. Big. Chris Jericho is disappointed in Big Bill.
I almost left the studio when you said Chris Jericho.
Is he still wrestling? What's going on?
Yeah, he just lost to Bandito or the out the guy with the black mask. Bandito. He just lost the ROH. He just lost the ROH World Championship to Bandito.
Oh, there you
Because he won the match, he hit Bandito with the baseball bat, and then Bandito's mom told the referee he used the bat. So Aubrey Ed restarted the match, and Bandito won because Bandito's mom said he used the bat. I can't make it up.
So employees can say something, but a non-employee, one of their parents says something, and you get a restart.
I can't make it up, brother. I can't.
Wow.
But thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully this show wasn't a dumpster fire like AEW Dynasty was. Holy crap. With me was El Ginger Americano. Good luck in your match versus Rey Mysterio, mask versus mask. That's going to be happening pretty soon. We didn't even talk about that. Clutch, again, I know it's late over there. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. As usual, we'll be back next week. There's only a couple more weeks of WrestleMania, guys, so make sure you watch every Thursday night. We'll be talking WrestleMania build up until the big show. So peace out, guys. Later.
See ya.
See you.